I just released my latest VR180 music video with trance music legend Christina Sky and Armada music label on Masterclass 2. This entire video is shot on a handheld gimbal on a moving boat. You can check out the video right here on YouTube VR. Even though the movement is pretty smooth, I am not quite happy with the result with just a gimbal right here, especially when you watch this within Masterclass 2. To 100% eliminate motion sickness, you need your video to be 100% floating without any side to side or up and down movement. Also without any shapes. The camera basically needs to flow forward and backward, that's it. Definitely no turn at all. I do have an in-depth VR180 stabilization guide right here on YouTube. You should check it out before this tutorial. The biggest issue with the handheld gimbal, even in all log mode, is the Z-axis movement when I walk and run. So I started a mission to build the cheapest ARRI Trinity look-alike camera stabilizer.
How heavy is this?
It's very heavy. It's actually put a lot of strain in my body, but it's not because of the system's not good. It's because I'm too skinny. So my back is.
Your butt is not big enough.
Yeah,
Hugh.
my butt is not big enough. So it's
Move your hand.
Well, let's see the result.
It's good, too dark. I see it. Oh! Come on! Come on!
Low angle moving on top of an object look incredibly cool in 3D 180. I call this object fly-through shot. You cannot get that close and that low and that smooth operation in any other solution. This rig is great, especially for long hour shooting in unpredictable live event like a concert or a festival, or for any run and gun VR180 documentary or walking your dog. When you use this rig for a stationary tripod shot, it is very stable and you will think this is shot on my tripod rig. But as you see right here when I move, it is not. Remember, you should never just handheld a Canon R5C for VR180 video.
Hey, what's up everybody? It's your boy Hugh here. So today we'll talk about how to move a VR180 camera like the Canon R5C or R5 with a full body stabilization suit. So you see right here, if I jump around, the camera is still like floating. So that it's still like floating. Woo! It's weird. Yeah, it's floating. Let's talk about the setup right here. So we have the Canon R5C right here, and then we have the Moza Air Cross 3, and then we have the glide gear gimbal right here, full body suit, and see, I can let go. Oops. You can let go, see that? The camera was just floating. I don't even touch it. So it's pretty cool. You should put a hand right here to control the camera. So one thing different between VR180 stabilization system compared to different to 2D is two things. First, you can't do movement like this. Like this is not gonna work because that make people sick. So my gimbal have to be fully locked. So I have to double tap in the Moza to turn it into to all lock. So all lock meaning that the camera always point front, so I can only move forward and backward. But the camera stays straight line. So this is very important. Second thing is, you see my gimbal, when it balance, the thing is tilt forward. The camera is tilt forward. The reason why is the camera can see so wide. If I go straight up, if I balance point straight up, the camera actually can see the battery right there. So we don't want to do that. We actually kind of want to like move the camera forward and moving like that. And that's my my normal shot. So I have the port key right here to control the camera, to really control the camera and see what I'm seeing, because this gives me the brightness I can see so I can do outside. I have the phone right here in case I control my gimbal. In case I go too far out, like right now, I can't control my gimbal. I can literally control my gimbal right here on my phone to reset the gimbal position. That is about it. Also, the whole battery system is in the base right here and power everything to the camera. I have the biggest battery I got. It turned out to be pretty heavy, so that's why I need to counterweight the whole thing to actually make this whole system work. So next time I might use a lighter battery for it.
This and this is better than a hand holding a gimbal, but it is still not perfect. I think lots of work fall onto the operator. As you see here, I am trying my best to keep walking in a straight line with Kimchi, but I am still drifting left and right, partially because of the weight of this whole setup right here. It's okay in 2D, but not okay in 3D VR180. So if you are planning to do the same thing, just prepare to have a lot of hands-on practice to make your movement as smooth as possible. And honestly, joining a gym should be your first step. I also want to point out there is no warp stabilization in VR180 video. You cannot post-stabilize your 3D 180 shot. As you see here, even though it looks super stable in one eye after running a stabilizer, in both eye Anaglyph view, the result does not match 3D principle, and it is the best way to make your viewer head hurt. This build is very cheap. The Moza Air Cross 3 costs $450 US. The Glide Gear G2 G1000 package right here comes with everything. The vest I'm wearing right now, the arm right here, and the whole stabilizer right here. Everything only costs $699. And I believe it was even cheaper when I got it as they're on sale. Compared to ARRI Trinity 2, which costs around $200,000 US, and the TILTA Flow DJI RS2 setup, which costs around $2,300 US. By the way, I hope TILTA saw this video and could send me a Flow to test. I do own the DJI RS2 and planning to get the RS3. I'm sure the Flow will be a better setup, given the price tag is double. It does require some modification to get Canon R5C right here to work with the RS2 or RS3, but that is a tutorial for another time. You see that empty space right there? It's because it's not tight enough. It's already super tight using the assist small size. So apparently this setup is not made for Asian guys, skinny Asian guy, more for that big American guy. So unfortunately, because of that, it put a lot of strain on my back. And this is a very heavy setup. So in order to get it lean forward, I need to put extra weight in here. So this is the weight base. So just put a lot of strain in the full setup right here. You do see this setup is not fitting that well on my body as I am too skinny. My lower back is hollow, so lots of the weight still fall on my back instead of my hip, which makes long hour operation tiresome to me. I don't think for an average-sized American will be an issue though. This rig is also pretty big, as you see right here. For tight space like right here, I can't really keep the camera stable. It looks great on set though, look at that. It makes your client feel like they definitely get their money worth. So in conclusion, this Steadicam system for the Canon R5C or other VR180 camera is not for everyone. The best way to move the Canon R5C or R5 is still on a Moza slide pod or on a motion control system like the Cinebot you see right here. If you can operate one wheel and with a gimbal safely, like what I did right here, I think it is also a better solution than this Steadicam build. I do think it is a solid solution though if you are a professional like me and willing to put in the practice and work out. Both me and Kimchi put in lots of hard work on making this tutorial. both of us believe in pushing the boundary in VR 180 filmmaking. We will need your support. So subscribe if you have not already and hit the notification bell to keep up to date on tutorials just like this one. I will see you in the next VR 180 tutorial. Ciao!